What's up guys, this is iTweaks here with iPhoneHacks.com, and today I'm going to be showing you a new tweak called DockFlow. Now this is actually a really cool tweak. What it's going to allow you to do is change up the animation in your dock. So usually you don't have an animation in your dock, so you can see right here as I scroll across that we have a cover flow effect. You can see that middle icon actually getting a little more pronounced and kind of more in the foreground than the other applications, as you can see right here. So it has that cover flow effect. Now there's actually quite a bit of animations that you can change in the settings, and right now I actually have 5 icons in my dock. I'm using InfiniDock. So usually obviously you're only going to have 4 applications, so some of the animations can kind of look a little sparse with only 4 applications, but at the same time you can always include InfiniDock to add additional applications if you want to do that, like I've done. So if we go into our settings, the first thing you'll notice is that the settings is actually called something different. It's not called DockFlow, it's called Barrel Dock. I think the reason behind this is because he initially released this tweak called Barrel Dock, and then he supposedly changed the name in Cydia. Now he hasn't actually updated the name in the tweak. I'm not 100% sure that that's correct, but I think that's what happened. But if we go ahead and go into Barrel Dock here, we have our settings right here. So right up here at the top, you can enable or disable this. This is going to require a respring, so just keep that in mind. Also down here you have continuous. So this basically means if you have this toggled on, then you can continuously scroll through your dock right there rather than having to stop at the end of your 5 applications or 4 applications, however you have it set up. You can also allow paging if you want to do that. I don't have that enabled. I like the continuous, as well as remove dock labels and center the icon when selected. So with this enabled, you can see here if I have the vine in the middle, then let's say I wanted to launch Safari. It's going to automatically put that in the center and then launch the application. So you can change that. If you don't want it to automatically center, you can just make it where you tap on Facebook and then it's going to automatically open up. So coming down here, we have a few sliders. We have icon spacing, which you're going to want to mess with definitely depending on what animation you have. You'll see that some look great with the spacing that I have right now, and some just don't look that good, and you'll need to adjust that accordingly. But also down here we have scroll speed, so you can speed up or slow down your scroll speed. You also have perspective, so this is going to be more of a help for cover flow and time machine, which are 2 animations I'm going to show you in just a second. Actually, the cover flow is what I'm using right now. I'll show you time machine in just a minute. But down here is where you're going to have your animation style. So right now we have it set up for cover flow, and you'll see right up here, if we go through all of these, this is what linear looks like. As you can see, that spacing is just not very good. So what you would want to do is jump back here, make the icon spacing less. That way it looks quite a bit better, as you can see right there. So let's go back here and go into some other ones. This is rotary. Now this is a really cool one. As you can see right there, it just kind of spins and presents you with that one application right there in the middle. And going down here, this is inverted rotary, so it's going to be like you're inside rather than on the outside. And we go down here to cylinder. Here's what cylinder looks like. Again, this would probably look a little bit better if it was spaced out a little bit more. Here's the inverted cylinder. So like you're inside the cylinder. Let's go with a wheel. This is actually really cool. I think that's pretty sweet. You can just swipe through just like that. And down here we have step up and away. This is kind of like wheel. It's kind of like a windmill. As you can see right there, it looks like the blades or the applications in this case are a little bit slanted and present themselves flat on the very top. So I think it actually looks kind of cool. Down here we have cover flow, which we actually already covered, and here's flippy. And this just looks a little too cluttered for me. It looks like it's glitching really hard. Not a huge fan of that. You need to spread out the icons a bit. Maybe it'll look a little bit better. Let's see what that does. I mean, you can see the animation that it does. It spins the application, but it just looks glitchy to me. It doesn't look like a smooth animation, so I'm not a big fan of that. But down here we have time machine. As you can see right here, if you guys are familiar with that, it actually looks pretty good. The perspective needs to be changed a bit to make this look pretty nice. Let's move this out a little bit so you can see those applications in the background right there. Probably even look better if it was all the way out. So that actually looks pretty cool too. You also have the inverted time machine if we scroll down here. Now keep in mind, if you are scrolling through these, one thing you'll notice is you can't scroll on the icon. So you always want to scroll to the side of it, or if it's all the way across, then you want to scroll from the very top, like right under those page dots. So it's going to work just like that. So DockFlow is a really cool tweak. I highly recommend it. You can pick it up in Cydia for $1.99 if you're looking for something that animates your dock, because really there's not much else out there that's like this. So definitely a cool tweak. I highly recommend it. Go ahead and check it out, and then let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, then don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Alright guys, until next time, this is iTweaks with iPhoneHacks.com.